Welcome to the channel. I'm Cactus Mac, and today we're going to be discussing the relaunch of Pancrase Hybrid Wrestling. So Pancrase is returning, and it's going to return very, very soon, and it's going to be under the direction of Guy Mezger. Guy Mezger is a former UFC champion, 7th King of Pancrase, and the new president of Pancrase Hybrid Wrestling US. Now, I'm very, very excited about the return of Pancrase, to say the least. And if you're unfamiliar with Pancrase, it's a old fighting company, not old, but over 20 years old, and that focused on striking and submission wrestling. So, but it's not your traditional, modern day mixed martial arts. And so I'm going to play some clips of Guy Mezger speaking about the direction he wants to take Pancrase in and his vision for Pancrase. And at the very end, I'm going to play the trailer for the documentary, the Pancrase Hybrid History documentary, that I believe comes out next year, summer 2021. So, Pancrase is going to do a U.S. tour, and they're going to have a documentary coming out next year. So stay tuned for that. And if you want to see me do some reviews on the Pancrase shows, subscribe, and thank you for your time.
How is this version of Pancrase going to compare to the original 5 years of Pancrase? Are there going to be similarities?
Yeah, that's a really good question. The question of what is it going to look like? It'll probably be a little bit different, I think. But everything has an evolutionary process. Sure. I mean, what I really see is just better form production. I see it being a bigger market. Now, Japan was a pretty decent market for where it was going, but MMA and fight sports as a whole has blown up bigger than ever. Right. And we're ready to do it. And that's really the main difference is that we're just going to take it to a higher level. It's like when it's a labor of love, it's not really that much labor. And so it's been quite the journey. But this is, and people realize this is the original. We went with Mr. Ozaki, who was the original then, and we made the deal with him for the World Pancrase Create, which is the mother organization for Pancrase. And so we are the Pancrase.
Yeah.
And so
this will be exciting
to get to a certain point, but hopefully we become that point too. But I understand what we're at, and what really I see us being is a resource for these young athletes to get in there and do some stuff. So we're actually going to be doing a lot more than we want to do old school Pancrase, but we're also going to do MMA, and we're going to do some kickboxing and some boxing. And really what we're trying to do is put together an entertainment channel under the Pancrase brand, because it's it.
Growing up in New Jersey, and of course the 80s, WWF wrestling was always on TV somewhere. As I watched Ken Shamrock and Masa Funaki take hold of their opponents, Pancrase seemed more civilized than the spectacle of UFC. It was a chess match.
People don't realize I've had 145 professional fights.
But Metzger's got a shot at a guillotine choke.
My real goal became to go to Japan and fight.
Training with Funaki, definitely improved my game. But you know what? They didn't really tell me everything.
The guillotine, and this one is full on.
The rule sets of Pancrase and the other shoot wrestling organizations, in which, by the way, is just simply the normal rules, slightly modified, of what professional wrestling is supposed to be. Professional wrestling, people, actually has rules.
How would your career have gone without Pancrase?
I'm not aware of the first event that brought Antonio Inoki and Carl Gotch together. There was the power seat here in Japan. He saw what Carl brought to the table. It was a win-win.
Anyone that has been a champion of anything, they know that it comes at a cost. There's a lot of sacrifice you have to make.